Zanne,
tell me about your family. Our family name is Kone, and my dad, he operates a bulldozer. My mom's name is Salimata Berte. I have 5 brothers and 10 sisters, and I have 4 siblings, 2 brothers and 2 sisters. That's what I can tell you about my family. And what kind of work does your father do? He drove a bulldozer, but now he's retired and he's drawing a pension. And your dad, he has how many wives? I know 2 wives, but I know it's more than that. I just don't know how many. It's kind of been a long time since I heard something about it, but I really don't know his other wives. I guess I can just say that my dad has 3 wives. My dad's got 3 wives. It's just 2 of them that I know really well, but the other one I don't know at all. And your dad in his life, how do people find him? Yeah, my dad really likes people. And how did you first hear about Jesus? I heard about Jesus when a missionary first came to Furu. Their house wasn't very far from our house. So I started going there all the time. I'd play football and then I'd listen to the Bible lessons. Whenever we would finish playing football, then we'd go read the Bible. We called that Bible reading time La Leçon. And I just always kept going back every day. And when you were little, what did you really like doing chez Tanti? I really liked the games at Tanti's house. She had these little cassette games, and I'd take one out and play with it and then put everything back in its place and put it away and get another one. I would just keep taking one after another. I just kept playing with those games all the time until the time when I started to learn how to read the Bible. I spent a lot of days at Tanti's house, and our only real objective at that time was to play with games. We just wanted to go back and keep playing. That was pretty much the only reason we went. If we weren't playing with the games in our house, then we were outside playing football. And after a few years of going there to play games, what was it that motivated you to keep going to Tanti's house? Well, it was Jesus that came into my heart. Having Jesus in my heart, I liked even better than all the games. And that's when I started trying to learn who was Jesus and what did he come to do for us. And what was it that made you want to really learn how to read the Bible in Bambara? Well, I guess I really wanted to learn to read the Bible because if I could recite a verse, then Tanti would give me a cookie. And her cookies are really good. And that's why I wanted to learn to read the Bible, but before that, it was my brothers that always had to teach me the verses. You can imagine it's not easy for older siblings to teach the younger siblings. There's always a tension there. And your older brothers, did they give you any trouble when it came to memorizing the Bible or going to Tanti's house to listen to the lesson? Well, at first we were all going together. We'd be there in the morning and the evening every day, but after a while they stopped going. They just left it off, and I was the only one who was still going. They never really gave me too much trouble. Just like if we had work to do, then my brothers would give me all the work so that I couldn't be there in time. And what do you really believe about Jesus now? I believe that Jesus is the Son of God and that God gave him to us to take on himself the sins of the world. I heard this in the lessons and I read it in the Bible for myself that the world is under the control of sin, but Jesus came to set us free, to liberate us. I saw that all over in the Bible, and there's so many verses that tell us that. Why is it, Zanne, that you've spent so much time in teaching other children about the Bible? Well, I've spent a lot of time teaching other kids because I want them to believe in Jesus like I do. I don't want them to just say that they know it, that they've heard it. I want them to be able to read it for themselves. You know, everybody's talking, you know, you hear so many things, and if you don't know the Bible, you're just going to believe them. But if you do know the Bible, if you can read it, then you can take what they said and bring it to the Bible and find out if it's really true. So after all that, what do you want to become, and what do you want to do with your life? In my life, I just want to serve Jesus and follow the way of Jesus. What kind of work he's going to give me, I don't know, but I just want to keep following him. Anyway, I'll know he'll give me some good job, some good work. You know, he knows me, and he knows the work I can do, so he'll give me the work that's good for me. And in this world, what kind of work is it that you think you could do? Honestly, I don't have a job in mind. The Bible clearly tells us that God gives each of the believers a gift. So what has he gifted you with? I guess I can say that the gift God has given me is to teach children. You know, that's what I can do in the work for God, and even if I can't do a lot, I can do a little. So after you accepted Jesus, what kind of problems did you have with your big brothers or even your parents? Well, I can say that I really didn't have too much trouble in my family. Sometimes on Sunday, my mom would even say, "Zanne, why didn't you go to church?" My mom, she really encourages me. My dad, he never has anything to say to me. After becoming a Christian, what changes did you see in your life? Well, before, when I was at school, I was always touching girls. But now I really see it as a shameful thing, and I detest it. You know, a lot of kids go to Tanti's house. They start going there, but, you know, then they just leave. And a few of us keep going, and we're always there. You know, of the kids that left and didn't choose to follow Jesus, I can see today that my acts and my way of behaving is way better than theirs. Out of all those kids who have gone to Tanti's house over the years, can you tell me about how many are still following Jesus? Yeah, a lot of people have left, and what I can say about who has really accepted Jesus and stayed on the path, it'd be me and Yaya. It's clear to me that we've both really accepted Jesus as our Savior. Yeah, so many of them have stopped going to Tanti's house. Even if they do show up someday, they just go back home and don't change anything about the way they're living.